Hey guys, welcome to my channel, my YouTube channel. You found yourself here at mywiseinsuranceguy.com. This is my YouTube channel where I post tutorials to help you get answers to some of your health insurance questions, annuity questions, life insurance questions, a bunch of things that you may need a little help with. So if this is your first time to this channel, if you would, please actually hit the subscribe button. And hit the like video if you like this video. So we're going to be talking today about self-employed people who are on Cobra or people who are aging into Medicare. So one of the things that I like to do in my agency here is I like to find solutions where there's gaps. So this is one of them. So what happens to the folks who are self-employed who make $60,000 or north of $60,000 a year? And then Obamacare or Affordable Care Act doesn't subsidize. What that looks like and what happens is those people end up having $10,000 deductibles and monthly premiums of $800 to $1,000 a month for health insurance that they don't even use. So that's not a really good option because people who are healthy, making money, are paying the premiums for the people who are not in that situation. So there has to be a better alternative. How about the people who are on Cobra, people who actually lost their job? They don't have group insurance anymore. Their wives don't work. Their husbands don't work. There's no option for them. So now they're on Cobra because they have to continue to be insured. And Cobra is in the same boat. It's twice as much sometimes of what you're paying in monthly premiums for insurance. Most people don't need to be on Cobra for very long, maybe 6 months, and you need an alternative. So, or the same goes for people who, may have aging into Medicare and their husband retired and they don't have an insurance solution for him or her, and it's 6 months before they get into Medicare. Well, these are great alternatives that I have that I'm going to offer that I've brought into my portfolio to help you because that's what I'm in this business for. I'm in this business to help you. I'm a broker. I do Medicare with all the major insurance carriers. We handle an under 65 insurance now. And just recently, I added home care, which addresses the need for long-term care insurance that most people cannot afford, or you have to be Superman or Superwoman to even be approved because the underwriting restrictions are so strict, and it's expensive at that. So I just came up with a new product added to my portfolio. It's home care. That video is going to be in this line of videos on this channel. I encourage you that if you don't want to live in a nursing home, you want to stay in your home or your apartment as long as you can, or wherever you live, not live with your kids or them live with you, and you want independence for as long as you can, that you watch that video that's in this line of videos on this channel. So that's not what we're talking about in this video. We're talking about self-employed insurance. So this is my webpage to begin with. So if you come to my webpage, you're going to have my contact information here. This number is going to put you in touch with my receptionist who can either schedule you for an appointment or forward the call to me. Okay. In addition, if you're working from a laptop, watching this video from a laptop or a desktop, below the video, there's going to be a box that says see more. It's going to have all my contact information in there. I'm not sure that you can access that from your TV or from your phone. So that's why I have my webpage up here. These are ways to contact me. Come to the webpage. You can actually scroll down and there's a link here to schedule a 30-minute phone consultation with me. You'll take a look at my calendar. You can get right in there. So, and we can go over what these plans are. I have two of them. Okay. They're both unique. They're both great. So, there's two great plans here. We're going to go over them briefly just so that I can wet your whistle. But when you guys see this and you're ready to sign up, reach out to me. We'll get you the brochure. We'll walk through it. We'll do the consultation and we'll get you insured. So with that being said, guys, let's just take a look at the brochures. We're going to do the first one, which is the Optimum Health insurance brochure. That's this one here. And what this plan is, guys, is this is what's called a first dollar plan. Okay. The things that I want to tell you about both these plans are they are both PPOs. A PPO means that you can go throughout the United States, throughout the nation, and somebody's likely going to cover them. Okay. That's the case with both of these. This plan here is a PPO, and you can go in or out of network, doctors or hospitals, and the plan's going to pay the same. Either way, it's going to pay the same. So with this particular plan, it's a first dollar plan. That means for every procedure that they have, that if you have a primary care visit, they're going to pay a certain amount for that. If you have a specialist visit, they're going to pay a certain amount for that. If they have to go in for surgery, the surgery is going to be coded. They're going to pay a certain amount for that. Certain amount for labs, certain amount for this. This all pays a certain defined amount for every type of coded procedure that you're going to have. You're going to be able to take this plan to any hospital, any doctor you want. So if you're a traveler, this plan is great. Here's the difference. This plan is not the Affordable Care Act. It's not Obamacare, meaning that they can decline you. There is underwriting in this plan. So the good news is 99% of the people that apply for this plan are approved, okay? And you may be not approved for things if you just recently had a heart attack, a stroke, kidney failure, things of that nature. If you're looking at, I've got high blood pressure, I got high cholesterol, you got nothing to worry about. So, but you do need to keep in mind that they can decline you for things like obesity. If you're obese, there's a weight chart in this particular plan, and they can decline you. If you've had just appendicitis in a year, or you had colitis or something to that effect, they may not decline you, but rate you up based on that condition. And they're not going to actually cover that condition for at least 12 months. Okay, so there's a 12-month pre-existing condition clause on this particular insurance vehicle. But what makes this particular insurance great is it's accepted. You can write this insurance in almost 45 different states. Just because they don't issue the insurance in that state doesn't mean you can't use it there. Remember, you can use this plan any doctor, any hospital, okay? So this is what we're looking at here. This is what makes it different, okay? So it's a set first dollar outpatient benefit. The other thing is this plan doesn't have a deductible unless you have a hospital stay. You'll never have a deductible, only when you have a hospital stay. And we can take care of those deductibles with what we call gap insurance. So there's accident, there's critical illness. Accident covers broken bones, anything like that. Critical illness covers heart attack, stroke, anything like that that may be big money. Both of these plans are pennies on the dollar. We're talking about the cost of them is south of $30 to add those gap insurance into this plan, keeping your insurance low, premium low, and give you ultimate coverage. So, but looking at this, so we got first dollar amount, set inpatient benefits, virtual care, meaning that you can get care from the phone, comfort of your own house, healthcare savings tools at no cost, meaning that they have constant. With this particular plan, they have a concierge service that will help you look for places that work within your plan so that you're either in network, paying little to nothing for any type of care. And in some cases, you're going to actually make money on this plan because we actually have instances where people who've had 3-5 day hospital stays, the plan pays more than what the hospital is asking. And instead of getting a bill, they're getting a check in the mail. That does happen with this plan. So it's a neat plan to have for that reason. So here's how the plans broke down with this one. This is the optimum. So you got 3 plans, value, plus, and preferred. Those plans are all different. They pay out different amounts, like the value pay out the lowest amount, plus pays out pretty much what's in line. So whatever the network doctors are asking, the plus plan generally pays that, and preferred will pay more than that. So if you're going to out of network doctors, you anticipate paying more. Preferred plan might be the way to go if you're a traveler and you're out of network a lot. So there's different confinement periods, right? So this actually confinement period is considered a deductible. You're never going to have experience deductible unless you have a hospital stay with this plan. And you can choose what type of deductible you want, which is going to adjust your premium either higher or lower based on what you choose. Okay. The next thing that we're looking at is choose a calendar year maximum. So this again is going to raise or lower your premium to $1 million annual maximum, 500,000, 250, and then the lifetime is 5 million. Okay. So a lot of people's questions might be, well, what if I get sick and I run out of this money? There is a plan for that. I can share that with you. no need to worry. Don't pay for insurance or high premiums when you're healthy. Ultimately, this is what we're trying to do for you, and we're trying to cover you until you age into Medicare. Or if you did run into another problem, there's a different alternative that I can share with you if you schedule an appointment with me. Okay. So anyway, the breakdown goes like this. So you can see in this brochure, which you'll get if you schedule an appointment with me, and we do a free consultation. Everything is broke down, and everything is actually there's an amount for every type of procedure and everything that's going on. And with this particular plan, you don't have a deductible unless you have a hospital stay. One of the things I do want to point out that's really cool about this plan is, remember, we have the value, the plus, and the preferred. The preferred actually for surgery, for any type of those surgeries, when you're in the hospital, pays 3 times what Medicare would pay, what they would pay for a procedure if you have the preferred plan. The plus plan pays 2 times what Medicare would pay for those procedures, and the value plan pays what Medicare pays. So you're going to get the service you need, and you're going to get the money to pay for those services based on the national averages. Okay. So it's a really good plan. 99% of the people who apply for this plan are approved. There is no waiting period. You just have to go through underwriting. It takes about 7 to 10 days. Once that's done, you can be insured on that day of approval. No waiting period. Okay. So there's a 60-day waiting period on wellness visits on this particular plan, meaning mammograms, colonoscopies, things of that nature. They want you to wait 60 days before you actually access that kind of care for these plans. So that's all I'm going to talk about with this particular plan. We're going to move to the other one. So what are the highlights to this plan? It's a PPO, right? PPO meaning you go to any doctor anywhere within the country. If you're one of the states that we can't sell this plan, that doesn't mean that you can't use this plan here. That just means that we can't give you this plan if you live in that state. So, and there's this plan is actually available in like 45 states. So the other plan is 48 to 49 states. This particular plan has a 12-month pre-existing condition clause. They can decline you, and they will decline you for things like heart attack, stroke that are recent, not maybe over 2 years. They'll even decline you if you don't meet the weight chart. So keep that in mind. This is not the Affordable Care Act. They can decline you, and there are lifetime maximums. Okay. This plan is a great plan for you if you're healthy and you're looking to be insured and to keep that premium down. So the next plan, which we're going to share, is called the Elite Plan. Okay. And this particular plan is by the Smart Health Company. And what makes it great is that it also is a PPO. So it's a PPO in the fact that this will not cover you if you're in what they consider your doctor's visits, specialist visits, urgent care, if you're out of network. But if you look it up in Google, the network that this particular plan has is the PHCS network. Okay. The PHCS network, if you look it up in Google, is the nation's largest PPO network in the country, meaning that just about every hospital and doctor's office is taking this plan in their network. So to be in this network is pretty much saying that you can go just about anywhere. And here's the other beautiful part about it, that your doctor's offices, specialists, and urgent care have to be in this network for you to utilize their service. But if you use their hospitalization, you take that part of the plan there, then you don't have to stay in the network. You go to any hospital anywhere in the country. Okay. And that's where inside this plan, they get divided. So as you can see with this plan, it's enhanced telemedicine 24/7. So you get all that service from the comfort of your own home if you don't have to leave. That's important. Both plans carry that, right? This is where this plan gets really cool. Primary care visits, $15, unlimited visits. Okay. $15, unlimited. Specialist visits, $15, unlimited. Specialists like knee doctors, chiropractors, things of that nature. Urgent care, $50, no balance billing, unlimited, right? So how many plans do you run into where you only have 3 or 4 visits that you can use a year. Okay. Unlimited wellness and preventative, annual wellness and preventative care for men, women, and children includes colonoscopy, mammogram, screening, zero cost for those guys, zero. X-rays and lab, $50, right? That stuff can add up. You see some of these other plans, they want to take you there and then they add this and they add that, and all those co-pays start adding up. Not with this plan. Prescription drugs, real simple and easy. Tier 1, $15. Tier 2, $30. Tier 3, $50. Tier 4, $75. Okay. So this is your outpatient care plan. So your doctor's offices, specialists, wellness visits, x-rays, labs, things like that. So you can have just this plan without hospitalization. Keep in mind, this plan here has a 2-year pre-existing condition clause in it. What that means is they're not going to cover that pre-existing condition for hospitalization. They will cover it through all your outpatient care, your specialist, everything you need here, you're going to be covered, even with that pre-existing condition. You're just not going to be covered with that pre-existing condition for 2 years if you take the hospitalization. They'll cover everything else if it's not pre-existing condition, but just won't cover that particular pre-existing condition for 2 years. So you need to know that. So here's the other thing. This plan is going to issue your plan. So they're not going to turn you down. They're going to issue your plan. It's, you know, the big thing to keep in mind here is that you're not going to be denied in this plan. You're just going to be denied if you have pre-existing condition in a hospitalization situation. So the things I want to point out here, the difference in the last plan that I mentioned is you can take it to any doctor anywhere, right? It doesn't matter. There is no in or out of network. Well, there is in and out of network, but it's going to pay the same to either doctor. You're just going to pay less based on whether they're in or out of network. With this plan, with the outpatient care, you have to stay in the network. It's the PHCS network, largest network, PPO network in the United States. So just about everybody is using it. However, with the hospitalization, the other thing with this too is that they will treat your pre-existing condition in this window. They do not cover your pre-existing condition in the comprehensive care, which is hospitalization, for 2 years. So that's the thing to keep in mind, okay? And this is a great plan. It's a really well-written brochure. It's easy to read. You're never going to have a deductible with this plan either, right? Unless you have a confinement period, okay? It's not called a deductible with this plan. They call them initial uncoverable expense. And you can choose from $1,000 to $2,500 to $5,000 to make a difference in your monthly premium. And the way this one is different is you actually have 3 IUAs in your policy. So, and those 3 could be for an individual or for a family. It doesn't matter. So, but what happens is, like the first IUU, if you go to the hospital and say you break your arm, you go to the hospital and you have $1,000 IU, you got to pay that $1,000 before they pick up the rest of the coverage, or whatever IUA or deductible that you choose. So here's the thing to keep in mind. I mentioned, I think in the last brochure, that I have gap insurance, which is accident, that will cover these deductibles for pennies on the dollar, or critical illness if you run into a heart attack, stroke, or whatever. And it's not a pre-existing condition, that will easily cover these deductibles and be pennies on the dollar that we can combine into this plan for you. So ultimately, it's a very easy read. I offer dental vision, not necessarily the dental visions that are in these plans. I have several different dental vision plans, alternatives outside of what they offer here, some of them better than what they offer in these plans. And then again, gap insurance, that we can bring it all together and get you a nice insurance package that you're going to feel good about, and then hang on to it until you turn 65. And when you turn 65, I'm going to customer service you to death until we get to that point. And then we're going to roll you into a nice Medicare plan. I'm a broker. I write for all the major insurance companies like United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, Cigna, and just to name a few, but I've got your back. So with that being said, guys, I want to wrap this up, and I don't want to make the video too long. I want to pique your interest. What you want to do from here is you want to actually schedule an appointment with me. Come back to my webpage right here, insurancewiseusa.com. If you haven't subscribed or liked the video yet, please do that. That helps actually build the algorithms for this page. We get more traffic. There's more people we're able to help. But my contact information is all here. It's also going to be in the See More box below this video if you're watching from a laptop, desktop. If you're on a phone or on your TV, the information is right in front of you. So with that being said, guys, that's going to conclude this video. Reach out to me, schedule an appointment. Let's get you insured. Take a look at the rest of the videos that are on this YouTube channel. There's some good stuff in there, and I've got great plans. If they're not good plans, guys, I don't carry them. I won't have them. I actually have plans that actually help people and that people feel good about them. So we're going to close. We're going to end this meeting. I'm going to stop sharing. Hope you guys are well, healthy, enjoying your life. Until the next time we talk, make it a great day. Make it a great week. Make it a great life.